Why here? What are they doing? What is their agenda? And many of those journalists were later very surprised to see that, in fact, the agenda was can be summed up by one word: freedom. And the agenda was this space, to create a space where these people can have their say. And the media changed from being very skeptical to then being very supportive. At the beginning, there was an article is Klassekampen here by any chance? There was an article in Klassekampen that claimed that I had a past between 1980 and 1989 working for the CIA in El Salvador. Of course, it was very amusing because I was between like 4 or 3 years old at the time. When the journalist who wrote the story eventually met me, she realized that she had been manipulated and had been the subject of essentially a joke. At the same time, last year, there was an embassy that is very, very threatened by the presence of the discussion on matters like, for instance, Cuba, that sent out an email all over Norway saying that Ambassador Valladares was a man who had put bombs in Cuba and so on and so forth. This got some attention in the press. Note well, there's not a word about that this year because they lost the battle last year. They only got the chance to attack him once, and then when the truth came out, they had to hide. So people are saying that, maybe we have people that shouldn't be here. Let me stress, the majority of our speakers are accused of crimes. The majority of our speakers are considered criminal. The majority are considered criminal. If you really want to think about it, Lubna Hussein to my left is considered a criminal by the Sudanese government. Rabia Kadir from China is considered a criminal for her advances for the Uyghur people. In fact, if you go through the list of winners of the Rafto Prize, each one is considered a criminal. I have not yet been accused of crimes per se, except some of my detractors say that I have some kind of hidden agenda. There is no hidden agenda. What there is an ability and a willingness to talk to anyone in the press about anything they wish to discuss. We have nothing to hide. We work with the Norwegian tradition of transparency, and so we welcome any and all questions. And again, I stress, always wonder why it is, if anyone is going to attack our speakers, they're trying to kill the messenger, shoot the messenger. Why? Because they are afraid of the message. And no doubt some people are going to try and attract attention to themselves and away from what we are trying to do here. And we understand that sensationalism sometimes takes the better of people, and they think that it's more exciting than not. But our battle here is with governments who violate human rights. It is not with maybe intellectuals or small-time authors who are looking to pick fights with this conference. So with that, I would like to close and allow President Constantinescu the final word.